Welcome, everyone. Today, we're diving into SharePoint, a powerful tool that's not just the backbone of some of Microsoft's most dynamic applications, but also a fantastic data sharing platform. With more and more teams working remotely, staying connected is more important than ever. In this session, I'll show you how to build customized branded communications using simple templates and seamless integration features. Let's get started. Here at Advisicon, we help organizations achieve greater impact by leveraging work management technologies to accomplish more with less. As work management consultants and technology specialists, our focus is on streamlining processes, improving systems, and achieving better outcomes. All right, let's go over today's agenda to give you a clear idea of what we'll be covering. First, we'll start by learning how to create a SharePoint video page. I'll guide you step by step through the process, showing you how to use SharePoint's features to set up a video-centric page that can be customized and branded for your organization. Next, we'll move on to crafting a news post using Stream. This part will show you how easy it is to incorporate video content into your news posts, making your communications more engaging and informative. After that, we'll discuss distributing your content. We'll explore different methods for sharing your video pages and news posts to ensure they reach the right audience effectively. And finally, we'll wrap up with a summary of everything we've covered today. I hope you're as excited as I am to dive into these topics. Let me introduce myself. My name is Alina, and I'm a graphic designer and creative media advisor here at Advisicon. I've been a Microsoft user for many years, and as a remote worker myself, I'm passionate about using technology to build connections, and I want to streamline workflows through effective communication. Today, I'm thrilled to share how to use features of one of my favorite Microsoft programs, SharePoint. Let's start by opening SharePoint and creating a video page. If you'd like to follow along on your own screen, please ensure you have a pre-recorded video ready for upload. In this demonstration, I'll be showcasing a typical scenario for remote teams by setting up an orientation page for new team members. So here we are in SharePoint. This is my marketing general channel. It's important to note that I have full editing permissions in here. It's going to give me an option up here in the top to go new, and we're going to go new page because this is going to be our team member orientation video page. You can see in the page templates that there's blank, and then you'll see the little icon here for the video. We can do a starter, a training, a recap, or a message. We're going to do a training page template. We'll work from there. If you can preview these by clicking on them, and they'll show you generally what they're going to look like. We're going to use the training one, and I always like to click down at the bottom, create a private draft, because I don't want anyone seeing my page before I'm done with it. So we'll go into create page. And now we'll see that we have our template here. Things are populating nicely. We'll begin up at the top. So we can add our own title here. We're just going to make it Welcome to Advisicon. You can also edit the text up above. You'll see it says training up here. I would just like to change this here. And also here, I'm going to take myself off as the editor. I just want this to be a general page, but you can put a name or an email address if you would like it to be known that you're the one who's working on that there. So if we go into banner, you can see you have a few banner options. There's also layout options. You can go ahead and play with those. I am going to keep it just as our regular one. We can go into edit properties, and you'll see it opens up all of our banner options. It's a little bit easier to work with them there. We're going to keep it image and title, and I would like the alignment to be center. Here you'll see the option for text above title. I'm just going to change this from training to orientation. Now we're going to want to edit the image. Just going to click on the section again, and you'll see that there is a Browse Images button. We're going to browse images here. And I like to use their stock images. You can do a web search, but I just like to ensure that we're not infringing on anyone's copyright. Let's just choose welcome and pick an image here and insert. Now you'll see that it isn't very centered here, but we can always go in and change the image focal point. And we're ready to move on. You'll see our next section is stream. So with this built in, we can choose the source. You can use videos on the site, a folder, a playlist. I just want it to be a single welcome video. You can select video. It'll populate our recent videos that we've worked with here. This one, it's our welcome to Advisicon video. So we'll go upload. And there you can see it has populated itself here. We're going to move on and add in some quick links. You'll see it already populated a little heading, get set up for success. So this is a quick links section. You can see your options over here on the sidebar. You can have these display a little different. I'm just going to keep it the compact view here. So if you want to edit these, you can go into the little edit option here, and we can change our links, what these are linking to. So I'd like to add the employee handbook. I'm going to use from a link, and then I'll just paste in my link to the employee handbook and click add. This is something really good for if it's something that's going to update on occasion. I like to upload it to a different place where the URL is going to remain the same. You can always change the title, make sure the title is reflecting what it is, and then move down to the thumbnail. You can see that it'll auto select one for you. You can also upload a custom image, or you can use the library. I like to use the library. There's a bunch of fun graphics here. Let's click on change, and we'll pick our own option here, blasting off. Let's see if there's a rocket here. I'm going to use that for our employee handbook. You'll see that now that appears over here as the employee handbook. We're ready to go. There's also an option that you can open the link in a new tab. I would like to do that just so people can have it populate in its own new window, and they'll remain on here being able to see the rest of our training materials. Another thing we can do is go in and edit the text. These blocks are really easy to work with. You can move them around as you would like. You can add new sections as well. You can choose a column type or how you want that to be. It's really easy, just drag and drop functionality. We're going to go ahead and change our text to just some welcome text. We're so glad you're here. And I already pre-typed out some text. I actually like to craft my page in a Word document, and then I can just paste in all of my information. Here is our section for resources. This is where you can add people, and this will include all of their contact information. You can see I just start typing in their name, and then it will populate with people who are in my organization. Another thing we can do is, you'll see this photo section here. These I like to use to hyperlink them. This I'm just going to put to some really great resources. So this, for instance, I want this to lead to our marketing vault. So we're going in here, you clicked on it, and it will say image properties. I just want that to link to our marketing vault. So I'm going to pull up the marketing vault, snag that URL, head back to my page, and pop it in the link. I'm also going to add text over this image. I would like it to say, welcome to the marketing vault. Underneath, we can also add another web part. You'll see some of these here: text, image, list, call to action. You can even embed a YouTube video along with a variety of other text, media, and content. You'll see that quick link section that we just worked with. I just want to add some text that just says, get up to speed with Advisicon's products, practices, and solutions. So we can go ahead and do that all across the board. At this point, there's some more work I can do on the page, but I have a good start here. What I want to do is head up to the top bar and just click Save as Draft. There we go. We're all saved. If we wanted to publish, we could click Publish up here. We're going to hold off on that. Having explored SharePoint for creating a video page, we'll now enter into the creation portal from another avenue, Stream. So here we are in Stream. First, I want to show you, I have the video in my OneDrive, right? You can view it in Stream. Y'all go up to the Share button, and you'll see it just says Share, copy link at current time, embed code, and manage access. There's no option for publishing it to a news post. You have to upload it to a SharePoint site that you have editing permissions in. So I want to open up the marketing vault because I have full editing permissions here. I'm going to go into the place where I have uploaded my video, and there is my video. Okay, so I'm going to click on this video type media, and it will automatically open it up in Stream for me. Something fun that I might want to show you how to do is going into video settings. It'll auto select a thumbnail, and that will be the main image that shows on your page. It doesn't always pick the best image. It just auto selects from a random point. So if you go into video settings, you click on the thumbnail and you click on the little edit, you can then go through and select a frame from wherever you want in your project. I already selected one. I just want it to start at the very beginning. So after I've selected it in the search bar, I go select this frame, and it will upload that as my main image. Now let's go up to the Share button. It has now given me an option to create a video news post. So you can see it takes me into SharePoint, and it wants me to create a video news post. I now only have video options here. I'm going to select recap and click use this template. It's going to work on it, and there you go. It already uploaded my video and populated some other options for what is in the page. Just like with the other SharePoint page, you can change this to whatever you want. I have a client here. Let's move on to another section. We'll just add some text. Great work. You can then go in and add all sorts of other options. Something that you might like to do is you can add a new section. Let's add a single column. We'll go into edit properties, and you can see we can change the colors. In this case, I want to change it to this green color. I'm going to add some text here, and let's see, I actually want to change this column to a double width column. So you can see you can always select in the column, in the section, and select how many columns you want to be working with. I'm going to do the 1/3 left. Let's drag my text over here, and let's say about the client, Brothers Tree Farm. You can edit the text as well in here. You'll see we can choose a paragraph style. I'm going to use heading 2. Let's add our section here. I'll just want to add an image, and I'm going to upload our client logo. If you add a PNG, it'll have the transparent background, which I love. I'm just going to want to save as a draft for now. Well, we've covered how to save drafts and quickly post pages. I want to look specifically at the nuances of distributing your content. So here we are in my final page. I went ahead and did some work in here. I uploaded all our org chart, communication safety net, linked all of our hubs up, and we're ready to go and to publish this. So when we click on publish, it'll ask you if you're ready to publish. This is very important. If you push the publish button, it's not going to accidentally go live. It'll give you one more chance to decide if you really want to do it. If you're ready to publish it, it will be published at the marketing site and it'll be available to anyone who has visibility to your site. Regarding permissions, the Marketing Vault, everyone has access to this in our company. Probably a better place for this page is on our main page, our main Vault page. Once you click publish, it is going to go ahead and go live for you. It'll populate options to help others find your page. You can add the page to the main header navigation up top here. You can also post it as a news post on the site. You can share the page, you can copy a link to the page. You can directly distribute that link to anyone who is interested. You can also send it to email. You can use Viva Engage to push it out. It'll also give you an option here to save as a page template. If you anticipate making a lot of these pages, this is a great option to save it as a template, and it'll make things a lot easier moving forward for you rather than starting with your blank slate. Now let's pivot and look at our news post. So this is another thing. It has the post and send button right up top. This does not give you another option. It will post your news all at once. After you've posted it, it will populate, send this news post as an email. Down at the bottom, you can also see you can send it as a link, but I would prefer not to do that. I want it embedded in email. Just know it doesn't come from a generic email address. It comes from your email address itself. You can also CC and BCC people. You can edit the subject line here, but you cannot edit the information that is already in the post. And sometimes if you're adding in some specialty images as a background, those will not always translate. So it'll go ahead and use your site theme. So that's an opportunity for you to have your site theme already set up with your colors and branding the way that you'd like to see them. Once you send, it'll push it out. I don't want to do that at this point, but I am going to show you how a news post looks when it comes to you in Outlook. So here's a special events post that I sent out in September. You'll see it has all of my information nicely laid out. It might look a little bit different from how it looks on your SharePoint news post site, but it still looks very similar. The sizing, it will just be narrower is pretty much the biggest point. And always at the bottom, you'll see that it includes the view in SharePoint link, so people can easily click on that and it will populate the actual page itself. If people are a member of the page, if they're following up here, you can see the star up here. If people are following the page, they might get a notification that pops up in Teams. That's why I always like people to actually be following the site because it will give them the news more directly. Let's wrap up with a quick summary of today's learning and the key takeaways for success. A few key things to remember here is that you're only as good as your outreach. So make sure that you're distributing these news posts or pages in multiple formats. A pro tip is to have people be following the site already because then it will pop up notifications in Teams. Another point is if you're not seeing the option to create a news post in Stream, it probably means that your video is not hosted in the appropriate place. It needs to be in a SharePoint site that you have full editing rights to. Another pro tip is to change the thumbnail of your video. You're able to do that manually in Stream. That's a great way to make sure that you're not making any raunchy faces and that everything looks cohesive across the board. This is a great way to engage your audience. No matter where they are, they're going to have access to this content and be able to interact and engage with it. Thank you for watching this webinar. Please feel free to reach out with any questions. You can like or follow us on our social media platforms and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We offer many free trainings in our online academy. You can access those by visiting advisicon.thinkific.com. For project managers, simply become a member of Advisicon Academy to receive the code to redeem PDUs. Thank you again for watching, and we'll see you next time.